Hey guys, hoping all is well with everyone. So in this video we're going to be continuing the read-along of the Crime Traveler's Adventures series, Book 1, Brainwashed by Aertker. And the last time we finished off, we completed Chapter 3, so we'll be starting today with Chapter 4. And as always, please feel free to follow along. I'll always show you any pictures that we come across. But we'll jump right into it. Chapter 4, Elevator Down. When the elevator doors closed, an intelligent monitoring system chirped to life with a series of beeps. This was a ThyssenKrupp TAC elevator car capable of reaching speeds of 366 meters per minute. With 14-gauge steel wall panels, this elevator was also bomb-proof, making it the safest place in the hotel. Buttons on the control panel ranged from +13, above ground, to -10, below ground. There was also P for pool and C for conference rooms, and R for restricted. Lucas couldn't resist tapping on the flashing buttons. Astrid stared impatiently at her brother and pressed a reset button. "The code was in the note Dad left," she said, tapping the correct series of buttons. "I knew you didn't read it." The ceiling speaker crackled. "Did you hear that?" Lucas asked. "What?" Astrid said. "The speaker?" "No, I thought I heard that baby." "Coach Creed and I had no clue what you were talking about," she said. "I think it's all in your head. Maybe you can't hear certain wavelengths because you're too old." "I'm 14, she said. "Thank you very much." "Whatever," he sighed. "Did you get the room key?" Yeah." Astrid closed her eyes and smartly flashed a key card at Lucas. Lucas squinted at the mosaic on the card. He thought the icon right in front of the word art looked like a big letter F. Astrid slid the key into her back pocket. "Dang," she said. "I left my phone in my climbing belt." Lucas' mouth dropped open. "Oh no! What will you do if you can't text?" Astrid was always wound tight. She looked at Lucas like she might actually strangle him. "I didn't forget it," Astrid said. "You hid it from me." "No, I didn't." "I know you did," Astrid said. "Doesn't matter. For your information, I read books on my phone more than I text." "So what? You read a lot." "I want to be smart and travel and actually do something with my life," she said matter-of-factly. "Like Dad." "It won't matter," said Lucas. "He never sees us anyway." "Dad knows what he's doing," she said. "The new resistance is run by kids because that's the way Dad designed it. Grown-ups have messed up the world, so it's our job to make things right. I think that's kind of cool." Lucas jammed his finger into a button marked -10 R. An LCD screen lit up in blue letters. Restricted. Facial recognition required. As Lucas and Astrid put their faces on the screen, a scanner read their facial features. Then a monitor flashed, and a screensaver clicked through a montage of childhood images of Lucas and Astrid, horseback riding, scuba diving, shooting rifles, traveling to Afghanistan and Easter Island, and just about everywhere in between. "I saw that you broke the air conditioner in the room again." "Thanks," Astrid said sarcastically. "We own the hotel." Astrid folded her arms. "No," she said. "Dad might be CEO of the hotel, but that doesn't mean he owns it. You probably jumped on the beds too, didn't you?" He looked straight at her. "No, I didn't." The elevator gears began to make hydraulic sounds. Suddenly, everything stopped and the ceiling speaker made a scratchy white noise. "I know you hear that." "The speaker?" Astrid said. "This always happens." "No, the baby," said Lucas. "The baby that was in the parking lot." "That's not a baby. That's the speaker. In the ceiling," Astrid said, casually pointing up. "Our language lesson is probably about to start, and you still need to work on your French." There was another high-pitched sound. "That was a baby I heard," said Lucas. "The plane can wait." "What?" The speaker in the ceiling cracked again. "Good morning," said a soft British voice. "This is Etta, Communications Director here at the New Resistance. This announcement is an official call to legs." This was strange. At the Globe Hotel School, language lessons were common over the PA system, not announcements. Lucas stood puzzled for a second and then backed up against the elevator wall as if to get away from the voice. Astrid folded her copy of Good Company Gazette under her arm and listened. Lucas mouthed to Astrid, "I never heard this before." "Coach Creed told me it was serious this time," she whispered. "Be quiet." "We'd like to urge caution whilst with us," said the crisp voice. "This mission may contain dangerous and or inappropriate items for children, including but not limited to the following: murder, kidnappings, brainwashing, and travel diarrhea." The strangeness of all of it took Lucas by surprise. A British accent with that choice of words sounded so ridiculous that he slumped to the floor in confusion. The new resistance had always used an elevator to get from the hotel to the underground classrooms. But the voice this time, nice as it seemed, had spoken in such a cheerful way about pain and death that he was befuddled. Lucas pointed at the speaker. "What is this?" "Whilst," he said, crinkling in his voice. "Is that even a real word?" "It's British," Astrid offered. To Lucas, Astrid looked like she was completely comfortable with everything. "This is what Dad just wrote in his note." "What are you talking about?" "I knew you didn't read the note." "Yeah, I did." "Hello in there," Astrid said, focusing her argument. "You are so dense. This is your chance to find out what happened to Mom. Both of your moms." Lucas figured he could say something wrong, so he kept quiet. "You of all people should know," Astrid continued in her unusual lawyer tone. "Dad said he never let the Good Company get away with what they did to you and Mom and all those other kids the Good Company sells. Dad said we're here to a call to legs one day, and this is it. It's called a call to arms, anyway." Astrid was livid. "You and your friends need to listen in class. If you'd ever read any of the International Resistance handbooks, you'd know that a call to legs is our highest alert." Astrid caught her breath. "And since you finally mastered rappelling through a window, you might actually make Tier 1. "I doubt that," said Lucas. "Dad won't even know." "But," Astrid said, "he'll know you broke the no climbing alone rule." The elevator started to descend as a new feeling found its way into Lucas's gut. Maybe what Astrid's been saying was right, that he had always tried to get out of doing what he was supposed to do. If she was right, then he would have to act. Even his decisions were made on a whim. Within a few hours, they would be in a meeting on an airplane headed to France. Doing something was better than doing nothing. Without warning, Lucas hit the emergency stop button, and the elevator braked with an uncomfortable jolt. Then he mashed the open door button and punched the door itself. The front doors opened in between the second and first floors. Lucas's heart pumped in his chest. "I hear that baby in the parking lot crying." "There's no crying baby," Astrid screamed with maternal authority. "You can't get out anyway. We're between two..." It was already too late. Lucas slipped over the threshold and jumped between the floor of the elevator and the ceiling of the first floor. There was no turning back. His chalky fingers gripped the floor joists as he swung down to the first floor. His legs were running even before he landed on the carpet. Lucas cut hard and slammed into a cleaning cart. He spun and limped down the hallway. Out the corner of his eye, he spotted the red pigtails of another new resistance boarding student. Lily Hill stuck her head out, waved at Lucas, and then quickly closed the student lounge door. A poster outside the room read, "Join Connexions, a hotel-wide talent show featuring performances by students, faculty, and staff. And you're invited. Students have chosen Newborns and Need this year as our sister nonprofit." A note taped to the poster said, "Cancelled due to CTL." Lucas briefly thought about asking Lily for help, but decided against it. A CTL, a call to legs, was a big deal. He sprinted through a construction tape blocking the exit and hit the metal bar on the door. Then he stopped cold. The parking lot was silent. Not a single car. The collection of balls that had spilled from the van had pulled together by the broken barricade. The 3 boys and their old van hadn't returned either. The parking lot was exactly how he had left it. In the center of the blacktop, still parked all alone, was a shopping cart with the baby in the basket. And I'll stop the video there, ending chapter 4. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time where we continue the read-along of the Crime Travelers Adventure Series, Book 1, where we'll be continuing with chapter 5. And as always, guys, please take good care of yourselves, and thank you so much for watching. Take good care. Bye.